I can't stand torture. I can't stand something where I see people just suffering for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
What makes me squirm?
You, Korey.
I don't know, things with the eyes, I guess.
Okay, obviously. Yeah.
Freak me out.
Yeah.
There's that, I think it's an old David Lynch film, but like the intro, they actually used like a dead cow's eye and it had like a straight razor, but it looks like a...
Oh, you know what?
I forgot what the name of that film is.
That's an old avant-garde film. That's actually from the 30s, I think.
Yeah, and it just comes across for a split second and just everyone in the room just goes...
Yeah, it's an old art film from the 30s. It's like it's an avant-garde film, which means underground almost for some of these movies. Oh. And this guy takes a straight razor and takes a woman just sitting there. It's a black and white movie. You can find it online, I think. And the woman's just sitting there, and the guy takes the woman's eye and opens it, and then it cuts to a straight razor, cutting the eyeball. And it was the cow's eye.
Dead cow's eye.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Even still, it's a real eye, and so it reacts like a real eye. Yeah. So you just gotta go.
Is that what you say?
Something like that.
All right. Yeah, it's I see what you mean. That made me squirm too, man, when I saw it. Yeah.
Or there was something with another weird avant-garde film. It was and they had to kill a tortoise at one point.
Oh, that wasn't an avant-garde movie. That was
what was that?
That was the movie where they go to the island with the cannibals. It was like the first found footage movie.
Yeah, and it was...
And what's his name? The guy who did, speaking of torture, the guy who did Hostel is remaking that movie.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And I don't even want... Because that movie made me mad. They actually killed this tortoise and tore it apart. And I don't know if they did it while the tortoise was alive.
Like legs were still moving after its head was gone.
Yeah.
Tortoise, so they're just slowly going like this the whole time. It's just, ugh.
Yeah, I killed one once.
Yeah.
It disturbed me.
With a car?
No. I think it was more of a terror.
Bare hands?
But,
He's like, I crushed your skull.
Well...
Put his tortoise eyes out.
Gone out fishing with my aunt, my grandmother's sister, and we'd been out there all day trying to catch stuff and almost get something, never quite. And then finally, after we, late in the day, we realized it was this turtle that had been like snatching everything that we caught. And because we finally fished him up on land. And she was like, oh, it's been him the whole time. And I was like, well, good, we got him out of the way. Let's keep going. And she was like, well, we're out of bait now. We got to go home. And I was mad. My sense of injustice, and here he was with a full belly walking away, and I just picked up a giant rock and just held it over him and dropped it.
Martin, this is the most fucking disturbing story I've ever heard from you.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, man, trust me, because it was like once it was done, I was more like what did I just do? And I lifted the rock and saw what was left of him, and I just got these chills that stayed with me for a year.
God damn, that's some brutal shit, man.
Yes. And then we went back there like a couple years later, and I found that boulder and lifted it up, and his dried carcass was under it. And I got that feeling all over again. I picked it up and pitched it into the water.
God damn,
and
that turtle's
made myself
family
forgot about it.
That turtle's family should have put a hit on your ass, man.
Maybe we shouldn't
deservedly
answer that
so.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. I had that moment where I did that, and it was just immediate, immense regret.
Thing is, I see that side of you coming out sometimes.
Crushing someone with a rock side?
Yeah, he tried to hit me with a rock once.
Oh, stop.
He caught himself before he actually landed it. But
you just
no,
having a bum fight, but you got your grease and he's got a rock, and
like that.
Whoever gets the first shot in.
Yeah, I had grits. Yeah, and he had a rock. Yeah, that turtle might have saved my life. Martin was probably about to come down with that rock, and that turtle came in his head. Don't do it, Martin. No, I've seen you, man. I've seen you, Martin. I've seen this side of you before because I was riding with you. And a squirrel ran in front of us, and you actually chased that squirrel. I was like, holy shit, Martin, it's just a squirrel, man. Fuck it. He was like, fuck that squirrel, man.
They always get away. I was kidding. They always get away.
I couldn't tell. You had that look on your
Believe
face.
me,
Like
I've tried. They always
yeah, that's
get
how you
away.
were looking. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. That's why that squirrel got away. Saw you like, shit, all right, hey, I'm gone.